Hi, George here. Here's how to remove objects with Affinity Photo. Now, the example I'm using here, this is one that I used previously over in a Photoshop Elements video on how to remove people in the background using the clone stamp tool. You can do that as well here. In the new Photoshop Elements 2025, they have a new tool called the Remove tool, which makes this process a whole lot easier. But Affinity Photo has had the exact same tool for a long time now. And that's right over here in the Healing Brush section. And it's the Inpainting brush tool right here. Real easy to use. Now, before I ever change any pixels on an image, I like to first make a copy of my background layer. Go over here to Background, right-click, Duplicate. There's our copy. I'll hide the original. That's a safety just in case things get messed up. They won't, but just in case. You can see here's the brush size. And all you have to do is just brush over what you want to remove, just like that. And Affinity Photo goes in and takes it out. It's that easy. It's just like the brand new Remove brush in Photoshop Elements 2025. So if you don't have that version, you don't need that. Just use Affinity Photo. Does exactly the same thing. Has a bit of AI going on in here. For instance, if I go over this section here, where these people are in front of that patio in the background, it fills back in that patio. Or these people over here, it fills back in some fence back in there. So it's very good at doing this. As you can see, it's very fast. Now, the quality of results will depend upon which part you choose to erase first. So sometimes we have to go back and just do it a second time. It's not a big deal. If you don't like something, just tap it again like that and you can clean it up. If you're against an edge over here, just be careful on your edge. There we go. So as you can see, real easy tool to use. You can even do large areas like this with this tool. There we go. There's a little bit shown here from the shoulder. I'll just take that out. And there we go. So quick, easy, and does a real nice job of making this removal. Now, sometimes you get this duplicating pattern going on in here. The exact same thing happens over with the new Remove tool in Photoshop Elements. It's a problem with this kind of tool because it's looking at things around the area and then trying to do a match for that. And what you do is you come in here and just tap into the area and you can begin taking those things out a bit at a time. Or if it's like this, have this little repeating pattern going on here, it's kind of stuck in a loop. That's easy to fix with just a little bit of clone stamping. Here we go, clone stamp brush, I'll bring the size down. Left square bracket, by the way, that's the exact same keyboard shortcut, left and right square bracket that Photoshop Elements uses for changing brush size. Let's go up here to our hardness. I want to have this pretty hard for this one. We'll go to 80, back it up just a little bit. That should do it. And then just come in and just paint right over that area where you have that duplication happening. As you can see, very easy to do. We also can come in here, bring our brush size down, and I can grab some random stuff up back in there. A little bit of cleanup. So this works exactly the same way as that new Photoshop Elements tool. There really is no difference. It's a bit of clone stamping and it's all solved. Now, there's one more way to do inpainting. This is kind of interesting. You can remove large sections if you want to in one shot. Let me show you how that's done. I'm going to just hide this layer. Back to our background layer again. Let's make another copy of this. Duplicate. There we go. I'm going to rename this. Just double click into the name. I'll call this one Inpaint Brush, and I'll just call this one Inpaint. And the other way to do this is kind of like using the content-aware fill over in Photoshop Elements, and that's making a selection. I'll just grab a freehand selection tool here, and I'll make a selection right around these people like this. There we go. And then up to Edit and Inpaint. It figures that out and it removes them. So it's just like using the content-aware fill over in Photoshop Elements. So the Inpaint tools in Affinity Photo match two tools over in Photoshop Elements. One, the Inpaint from the Edit menu is just like content-aware fill. And the second one over here, which is the Inpainting brush tool, is exactly like the brand new Remove tool over in Photoshop Elements. Now, if you want to learn a lot more about how to use Affinity Photo, I have a new course just for this. It covers everything, all the tools, all the menus, all the panels, everything over here on the right-hand side, everything in the program. And I'll put a link for that in the description. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so. I'll be doing more Affinity Photo videos coming up, and I'll see you next time.